Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined with Bag and Tag and myself, Mr. Nathan Jones. Thanks very much for giving me your time, mate. Got to say, you've got change of opponent first and foremost, which in the fight game it happens.
Yeah.
Hacken Foss is out. You got it says David Weir, but he's French, so I'm going to go with David Weir or David Weir. Um, the French has recently in Cage Warriors have cooked up a little storm with some of the performances they've been putting on. Have you bothered
Yeah,
looking at?
man.
Have you? Did you care? Did you say, look, just get me someone to step in? I don't care. Hackens out. Get me someone else.
Yeah, so I want to fight, obviously. This is what we do, and it's in the hometown where I'm from. So definitely needed a fight, wanted a fight. I didn't really look too much into him because at this level, everyone's tough. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? Everyone's well-rounded. But I did want, on paper, I wanted a good fight, a matchable fight. So he fits the bill. So why not, man? I'm ready to get it in.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a stat card. Absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous stat card. This Cage Warriors card,
top to
and
bottom, man.
you must have been happy to get yourself on that. Obviously, like you say, local area. You're going to have a lot of fans going to watch the other fight as well.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I haven't fought for about a year actually. It came on my timeline a year, yesterday. So I'm itching to get back in due to injury and whatnot. But I'm raring to go. And yeah, London is convenient for me. I don't have to travel, and I can make weight at home. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's a big thing for me. And then yeah, I can sleep in my bed and then go to the show. So it's always a big plus to fight at home.
I noticed, obviously on your social media platform, you obviously went across to completing your jiu-jitsu competitions. Was that obviously is that part of the recuperation? Obviously, you said there were injuries. Was that part of it just to get yourself back in the groove again of a on a competitive level without the obviously punches and kicks coming your way?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I've had a trapped ulnar nerve for like the last 6 months, and I'm over it now. But it was hindering my ability to take and receive shots, especially when you get these big guys trying to take you out in training. I could grapple. It did affect my grappling, but at the same time, I can control what I do a lot easier with my neck movement and stuff. But no, I'm good to go now. I like to compete jiu-jitsu because it helps me in preparation for the fight. Whether it's the mat, the ring, the cage, I'm always ready to go. And when you do these competitions, you don't know who you're going to fight. And the next round it's somebody else, and it's somebody else. So it keeps you honest to what you do and to who you are. So I try to compete as much as I can, and yeah, I feel good. I'm in a good place where I can put it all together. Where I feel the cage is the ultimate place to test your skills. So yeah, 20th of March, I'm ready to go.
I was going to say, yeah, because the great thing about, like, say, jiu-jitsu tournaments like that are you can't tape study. It's just one guy might be great with key locks, and the other guy is going to be good with heavy on leg locks. Some guy might
Yeah,
have bad. Some guy might pull guard. The other guy might want to wrestle. So a good thing for you is it gets your brain,
exactly.
doesn't it? It gets your brain active. It gets you thinking in that moment. You have to react to the moment. You have to apply your game plan while obviously worrying, or so to speak, or being conscious of their attacks.
100%. And it's also being able to deal with the adrenaline
Mm.
because it's a long day, and so when you're fighting, it's a long day. But the anxiety of all those things you mentioned, who you're going to get, but also having to control your game plan and what you're going to do, breathing techniques. You can never be never be a master at it, kind of thing. So you just got to keep doing it, keep practicing. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. It does get easier, but at the same time, the stages that I compete on get greater. So it doesn't get easier in that sense because it's always, you know what I mean? I'm always having a panic attack.
You get some
But
savages on the
no,
mats, exactly.
that's it, man. That's it. But no, I enjoy what I do, and I love that feeling. It makes you feel alive, that surge of energy, and that danger, because you're going against somebody who's a trained killer. has been trained specifically to and do their best, and they're you're against them. Do you know what I mean? So no, it's good. It's good to test your skills and good to go against the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he did the tournament down in Rome. You also on Polaris, which is a great kind of platform to go on, and they always have it's exciting thing to watch Polaris. I love watching the matchups they get into there and the kind of stuff that goes on. It's always exciting to do that. But on an MMA perspective, your kind of ears must have peaked up a little bit when you heard Ross had kind of relinquished the title, went away. He's ended up going to Bellator, and now there's a vacant kind of space, and there's all this kind of kerfuffle going on, and all of a sudden you're thinking, hang on a minute, well, I'm on a 2-fight win streak here.
That's
I
it.
can't be that. I can't be that far off.
Well, yeah, I don't think so, and I think a win over David Bear would definitely solidify my case for going for that. It's a shame. I mean, I'm pleased for Ross, obviously.
Yeah.
I always want people to do well, but I mean, at the same time, that fight's not there for me on Cage Warriors anymore. So it's like, all right, no problem. Because I fought him before, but at the same time, I can still move on and do what I need to do. So best of luck to him. And obviously, there's still a stacked, deep division of hungry sharks, in Cage Warriors. So yeah, whoever. I don't have to prove myself. My skills have been battle proven, and I put myself on the line, and I'm not afraid to put myself on the line, and I'm going to do it again in a couple of weeks. So as and when the universe is working, it's divine plan. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and if the chance comes, I'll take it with both hands.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those ones where you just got to focus on your own role, which obviously getting the win, and then that win after that, you can say to yourself, "Cool, I put myself in a great position." Also, I'm able to maybe step in if required. If they already had a matchup made for that title shot, I'm there as his backup. I can step in. I want to be on the same card potentially in case one of them doesn't make weight. And it's all those little things you play into factor, isn't it, to kind of keep yourself ready for that?
100%, 100%. I mean, it is a goal of mine to become world champion. So it's there. I'm just going to actively keep ticking over, do what I do, and like I said, when the opportunity presents itself, because it will present itself in some shape or form, and I will be ready.
Yeah, and I love like I say, the welterweight division there, the 155 and the welterweight division of Cage Warriors. There's a plethora of just absolute savages kicking around those weight classes, and the matchups they keep making. It like I was excited about Hack and Foss and yourself. If I'm honest with you, I thought that was a superb matchup in its own right, and they obviously got someone else in, but it's just stacked each time. You see the cards come along, you see the names, and you just think that's what makes it so exciting. It almost makes it feel like that welterweight title. It's potentially just there for multiple guys to go and grab hold of because there's that many killers in that division.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But that's why Cage Warriors is like best in Europe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not going to get any easy fights, and hopefully it takes two to tango. You're not going to get a boring fight, but I'm looking to stay true to the name. Do you know what I mean? So and I'm sure Dave's going to turn up as well. So don't blink. It'll be a good fight to watch.
Do not blink, no, because you don't tend to do boring fights, if I'm brutally honest with you.
Thank you. But I don't get paid overtime either.
No, I've learned that. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. And I tell you what, one fight I really enjoyed. It was actually the you and Brad Wheeler fight because I thought, you know what, I love Brad to bits. I absolutely love Brad Wheeler to bits. He always is game for a scrap, and I thought that is a match made in heaven that between you two because the two of you were just game for fights, and I thought that's just going to be, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. To be honest with you, I thought it was great entertainment.
Yeah, he is, and you know what? Yeah, he's a good guy. Like outside of the fight, I like him. We've trained before. We're back training again together, and we keep talking about that fight because it was a war. But at the same time, it was like you watch the fight back. We're both in positions where we should finish, but I don't know about him. But I was enjoying the fight. I was just happy to just keep going. Do you know what I mean? Back in the gym. Yeah, we've done round 4. We've done round 5, and Friday we're gonna get some more in, man. So no, he's a good guy, and yeah. What can I say? What can I say? That's one of my favorite fights. me
Yeah,
and him. You know?
yeah. I was gonna say that's like kind of like when you look at people's certain careers, there's certain fights that kind of stick out, and that was certainly just a fantastic, entertaining fight for anyone who wants to maybe watch some of your tape back and enjoy your fights. Looking obviously that kind of stuff as well. That was what set you in motion, and that got the momentum going for you. When you have fights like that, you kind of thrive off it, don't you? And in training, then obviously there would be holes that you kind of saw in your game, and you're always evolving and growing. Is that something that you try to look at yourself? Do you try to look at your own kind of holes in your game to develop, or do you let your coaches kind of be honest with you and say, "Look, we maybe just need to tighten here, here, and here"?
A bit of both. A bit of both. You know, it is an individual sport, but it is a team effort at the same time. But the way martial arts is, it is always about fulfilling the potential and being better and moving on and evolving and stuff. So as a martial artist, that's what I'm always looking to do. And my coaches are there to give me that correct support, that correct guidance. But we take it upon fight basis, you know, because we've got to work on the opponent's strengths, you know what I mean, and capitalize on their weaknesses as well. So it's twofold. Yes, I've got to tighten myself up, and I do believe I'm quite well rounded. And at the same time, we always got to look at what dangers we face and where we can make the most of them, you know. So
Oh, you're breaking up there, Nathan. Just a second, mate. There you
good?
are. You're back again, my friend. Sorry, just finish off that sentence there you were saying about obviously the coaches now.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it on my own, and I don't do it on my own. I've got, you know, a really strong team behind me and stuff, and yeah, I'm thankful for that, and I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm training at Elevate Martial Arts and Titan. That's where I get my sparring in. I've got a really good strength and conditioning coach, Mark Mene from Barefoot. I've got a really good physio, Lawrence from Rolls and Rehab. Padman, Sam from King Kickboxing. I've got some really good sponsors, Truth, CBD, and Scramble brand, really good. And yeah, I've got a top management at the MMA agency. So they're all behind me, and yeah, we're moving on and upwards, man. So I feel 2020 is the year for me. I've got that 2020 vision, you know. Yeah, as cheesy as that sounds, but it's true. And I'm ready to go onwards and upwards.
And you get great sparring at Titan, like with Bowler there. You've got Aston Stewart. You've got Ashley Grimshaw as well. There's just a cluster of great guys there to spar with at Titan. It's a great place to go to. I see a lot of guys, even Darren Stewart pops there and all sorts.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, we've got a really, really healthy barracks there, you know. And that's what I need. You know, not everything. Yeah, I need a day off sometimes. You know what I mean? Because my body needs to rest. You know, I'm getting on a bit now, so you know. But no, I love it. I love it. I've been doing this 10 years now, and I've been, you know, at time for a good 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. I don't know how many fights. I'd have to look on Sherdog how many fights I've represented at the gym, but about 20 or so that I've been with. You know, I've been there. So. They've been really pivotal with my development, and all the guys that have come in and out throughout the years, you know. So it's good. It's good.
It's a good place, yeah. It keeps you honest at a gym like that as well, and it helps, like you say, for you to say and believe the 2020 year. You get that confidence from being with your gym and the guys that you're training with. You could go, look, well, they're savages. They're competing on all different stages around the world. If I'm doing good here, I'm going to do good in the cage, like, for example, at Cage Warriors.
That's it, 100%. And you know what also gives me confidence is that I've been to these other gyms, you know. I've been to ATT, I've been to Jackson Wink, I've been to TriStar. And what I've noticed is the difference is the facilities that they've got. You know, don't get me wrong, they've got world-class everything. Sparring partners, facilities, resources, you know, and I think that's what we lack back home. We don't have the partners all under one roof. We've got to go travel and do this and do that, but you know, we're not that far off. And I you know, it's a good eye opener to meet new people, to train with new people, share ideas, you know, and that's what, for me, that's what martial arts is about. So that's why I do what I do, and I'm still here, you know. So,
Yeah. Well,
it's cool, man.
Sure MMA opened up in Wales. You know, Richard Shaw, and they've got that all under one roof. It looks like they, you know, and that's you see that as the future probably, like you say. Other gyms are going to start
Yeah,
popping up like that, and it's just obviously funding, timing. It's a collection of things, but you know, I'm looking for. I might even pop down to that place myself just to check the facilities out and check out what's
yeah,
going on there.
yeah,
It looks absolutely top stuff there. So, you know, that's an option for guys in the future for their fight camps who train there. They've got Jack Marshman, obviously UFC middleweight, so it's another good guy to train with. But
yeah,
obviously, mate, you've got your fight coming up to focus on. So let's not go talking about going traveling and training somewhere else right now. But before I let you shoot
yeah.
off, what's your social media so people can jump on and give you a follow?
Yeah, you can follow me at Mr. Bag and Tag, MrBagandTag. That's yeah, on all the social media platforms.
And then also, you mentioned obviously gyms before. You mentioned your management. Is there anyone you haven't mentioned that's helped you out in a fight camp, or any sponsors maybe that you've not mentioned that could give a shout to?
Yeah, so yeah, I mentioned it before, but I'll just give a mention again. So Elevate Martial Arts, Titan, Elite MMA Agency, Scramble, Truth, Naturals. We've got King Kickboxing. We've got Barefoot Movement, Rolls and Rehab. You know, shout out, you know, all the people, you know, in my day to day, my life, training partners, everyone, clients, students. The support means a lot, you know, and you know, I mean, it's literally it's not a one man band here. So
No, it isn't. It isn't.
I feel good and I'm confident and I'm raring to go. So check out the fight, man.
Yeah,
Good, man.
definitely. UFC Fight Pass, no excuse to not tune in, people. UFC Fight Pass is cheap as chips as well. It's about £7, I think it works out a month.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you
bugger
get a
all.
7-day free trial. Yeah,
Yes,
so if you're that
milk
tight,
that.
do the
Yeah,
trial.
yeah. Do the trial because you get Cage Warriors on the Friday and UFC on the Saturday, so double bubble. Even more reason to do the
Yeah,
free
yeah,
trial. Exactly.
that's
So
it,
look,
man.
have a great fight, Nathan. Thanks for your time and enjoy
Thank
yourself for
you.
the rest of the camp, man.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.